Okay, let's go.
Okay, welcome back to American Rants Unredacted, episode 25. We're just going to be reacting to a couple videos about ticks and the rise of ticks this past summer and, well, this last summer and this summer. Sorry, I know we're still in summer right now. Didn't think too much about it. I mean, I remember seeing a few clips on social media, and people keep talking about this alpha-gal and Lyme, So you have the Lyme disease that comes with ticks. So I figured we'd watch a few clips and we'll react to it. So let's get going.
Look, that's 7, 8 dead ticks. There's 3 or 4 more on this truck I can find. And then, bam, 3 more right there. They thick.
See, I know that ticks need to be latched onto you for, I wouldn't say quite a while. I think it's 24 hours for the Lyme disease, but the alpha-gal, the shortest amount of time is 15 minutes from what I hear. And that's not for all cases, that's just for some. But knowing that, I would not just be handling them so you guys can see it.
On this box on the ground a while ago. Tick box. Scary.
Summer is peak tick season, we know that, and more people are ending up in the ER after getting bitten. So new CDC data shows emergency room visits for tick bites are actually up 13% from last year. In 2023, about 89,000 cases of Lyme disease were reported to the CDC, but they estimate that nearly 500,000 people were diagnosed and treated. Meanwhile, Pfizer plans to seek FDA approval for its experimental Lyme disease vaccine later this year, with hopes of making it available in 2027.
Is that just a coincidence? Like the rise in ticks and obviously carrying Lyme disease, and all of a sudden, Pfizer's coming out with a Lyme disease vaccine. It's just too coincidental. And I am into conspiracies. You had everything from like after World War II, the Nuremberg trials. You had Operation Paperclip, where the American government took some of the German scientists and, all the rumors. One was running like NASA, and one was running this Eric Traub, I believe is the guy's name, but was running a facility, I think it was bioengineering ticks. The idea was to fly over the enemy, drop ticks all over them, and infect them with a disease, and that would kill them off more than, just, shooting at each other. Be a way to do it without having to fire a weapon. Now, obviously, this is all speculation, but it all came from, like, Plum Island. They think ticks got out, which got near a town named Lyme, Connecticut, I believe, which is downstream from Plum Island. And people tend to think that's where it started. It started with experimenting on ticks. They got loose, and people started getting infected. And believe it or not, if you look it up, it's not the first time, like places like the CDC, when they're transporting like a disease, animals, or just like a disease in like the little bio vials and everything, that it's never, some of it has been damaged and some of it has been fallen off a truck or lost. You can actually look all that up. It has happened in the past.
Alpha-gal, let's talk about it. Statistics are saying that majority of our country is going to have it within the next few years.
Better not.
It is what it is. If you want to do some deep diving on how alpha-gal came about and get mad about it, do it. Highly encourage it as someone with alpha-gal.
Does anybody know the deep dive on alpha-gal and how it started? If you do, let me know in the comments, or just like kind of point me in the direction of maybe a really good informational video on it.
But I want everyone to stop and listen to this video. I want to give you an account of not only my experience, but hundreds, if not thousands, of other people's experience with this. It's a syndrome, it's an illness, it's a disease, it's whatever you want to call it. But the basis of alpha-gal is you're allergic to the alpha-gal protein found in most mammals, if not all. I think it is all mammals. And then it's also in like seaweeds and random vegan things. And like, it's not just red mammal meats. So if you go to the doctor and they're like,
Basically, from what I understand, the alpha-gal, like she was saying, for mammals, I want to say mainly red meat animals, but any animal that basically like breastfeeds their young, like their young get the milk from the mother, that kind of thing. So like chicken, it's okay, eggs. Fish would be okay from what I understand as well. So, I mean, there's some options out there, but I don't think I want to imagine a world where I could not have a really good ribeye steak. I may even risk my health just to have a good one.
you have alpha-gal. They're going to be like, don't eat mammal meat, don't eat dairy, don't drink milk. And they're going to send you on your way. And they're not going to tell you that every single product in your life is about to have to change. You are going to have to change your shampoo, your body wash, your deodorant, your toothpaste, the bottled water you drink, because some of it is processed through bone char, because why? And so many other little things you would never think of. Seasonings on French fries. Did you know McDonald's makes their French fries with beef seasoning? It's potatoes. Why does it need beef seasoning? Did you know that a lot of restaurants fry their shit in beef tallow? So sorry for the words. I'm a little pumped up today. But did you know that? You gotta ask at every restaurant. And then
I did not know that. And you know what? If they are statistically saying that majority of Americans are going to have alpha-gal, you might want to start switching that up now. Don't be using the beef seasonings and stuff. I'm talking about the restaurants and not us. If you don't have it, whatever. But one thing she mentioned, if that's true, also milk, just end it for me. Ribeye, I love milk. It's my go-to drink. I love it. I mean, besides Monster energy drinks, but I love milk. Always have. I used to drink a gallon of that shit like right after school every freaking day. My parents hated it because they had to keep buying a crap load of milk. Love it.
some people, like me, are fume reactive. So if you go to a restaurant and they're cooking steak and their steak smoke goes into the lobby, you can get super sick from that. Yeah. And that's just from baseline alpha-gal. Did you know that some of the biggest symptoms of alpha-gal is chronic fatigue, like level 8 out of 10 fatigue, just falling asleep while you're driving?
It's called narcolepsy.
Just because you smelled some beef being cooked while you were driving down the road. Heart palpitations, heart attack symptoms. That can be an alpha-gal reaction. Severe migraines, living with a chronic migraine every day where it feels like your eyes are about to bust out of your face. Alpha-gal. Losing feeling in different parts of your body. So some days I just wake up and I can't feel one of my hands. Some days I wake up and my knees don't work right. Alpha-gal. Having extreme, and I mean like worse than unmedicated birth, worse than giving birth to a son who broke my tailbone when he was coming out and I felt every bit of it. Stomach pain. And just living with that and having to raise multiple kids when you have no one that steps in and takes care of things because your husband has to work 7 days a week because you're so chronically ill that you can't hold a full-time job to help out. Alpha-gal. So the next time someone says, "Oh, I have alpha-gal," it's so much more than a mammal meat allergy. And if you've been diagnosed with alpha-gal and you ignore it, and you have a crap load of other health issues, it's probably your alpha-gal. maybe stop ignoring it. Maybe you would have a good quality of life. Because even people who don't ignore it, just exist, have a crap load of health issues. Alpha-gal should not exist. And for those of you who have it, I'm so freaking sorry. But I'm even more sorry that so many people are going through it alone.
If I can't...
You know, honestly, like, I don't understand. Like, Alpha-gal kind of took off in the media, or maybe just in the conspiracy circles, when Bill Gates came up with his 3D printed meat in a way to get everyone to eat that meat. They released these ticks that have alpha-gal. Like you saw in the earlier video, they talked about the tick box. Apparently, from what I hear, farmers are reporting that boxes are being like dropped off out of like planes and helicopters into their fields, and it's infecting the area with all the ticks and everything like that. I mean, I like a good conspiracy theory. I don't know like how deep I want to go into that one. But I mean, I did enjoy the Plum Island conspiracy theory. So is it possible that the government is doing this to us? It's not that far-fetched. It's not that unbelievable that they would. Just saying. I mean, you have data centers going up against what people want. In my opinion, you have 219 that just passed in the House, and I don't think a lot of people want that. But not saying they're always looking out for our best interests.
Can't eat red meat, I'm gonna freak out, bro. These freaking Lone Star ticks. Yesterday, I was sitting outside in that chair just chilling, right? And I feel a little creepy crawly on my hand. I look, fat red tick, white dot, Lone Star tick. I've been hearing videos about them, like conspiracy theories that the government's doing it so that we can't eat red meat, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Because of this alpha-gal syndrome it gives you if you get bit by some of them. And I flick it off of me, okay? I'm taking a dump about an hour ago. I look down at my leg. Lone Star tick lodged into my leg. I freak out. I pull that hoe out of me. And now I'm wondering, do I need to go get like an EpiPen? Like, do I have to go test now if I have the alpha-gal shit? Like, can I eat red meat? If I can't eat red meat for the rest of my life because I now have an allergy to it, I'm going to freak out. I am going to genuinely freak out. Why do they exist? Like, again, I love God. God's awesome. But why do ticks exist? What do they do to the ecosystem? Genuinely.
Hi, my name is Dr. Ruben. I'm a board-certified allergist. Ticks are a part of our ecosystem. They're a source of food for various animals like amphibians and reptiles, but they also can transmit diseases like Lyme, ehrlichiosis, as well as alpha-gal syndrome.
Look at my face and my neck.
Jeez. Woo!
I can't eat red meat anymore. I can't have any animal byproducts in anything. And it's in everything. This is alpha-gal syndrome. This is fucked up, man. Fuck ticks. I love to go hiking. This is fucking crazy.
So you're telling me that we have...
To be honest, if that's the worst that would happen to me is, the flare-ups, the rashes and everything like that, and it lasted, let's say, like 2 weeks before it went away, I'd have steak at least once a month. I'd risk it. I would risk it. I don't know. Maybe that's dumb. Maybe not, but I honestly don't want to think of a world where I cannot have a steak. Or ribs, or something like pork chops, bacon. I want it all.
Have a 25% uptick in the amount of ticks in the United States this year. And it must be a coincidence that Pfizer just finished phase 3 of its Lyme disease vaccine. Wait. And Bill Gates' lab-grown meat got approved to be in grocery stores and restaurants? Wait, what? And the ticks have a possibility to make you allergic to meat? Well, goddamn.
Coincidence.
But remember, guys, the government, they're here to help. And they want you to deny the evidence of your eyes and your ears. Yep.
What's that? Oh, a farmer catches a helicopter dropping thousands, if not millions of ticks into his farm, and things are getting a little bit wild. Tell me more! This is wild. A farmer's going out, kind of going through his land, and he notices a helicopter coming up, and it starts to drop all these ticks. So that video is going viral and circulating right now because he caught people in the act of doing this.
But how do we know that's what they were really doing? Like, don't get me wrong, I like a good conspiracy theory, but how do we know this is just a random helicopter video? Maybe someone learning to fly around the property.
Helicopter hurried and flew away, but things picked up a little bit quickly. After a few days of these ticks being around, the man actually started to find certain things that were dead on his property from these ticks. For example, he actually came across a moose on his property that was killed by these ticks.
Pretty bad that you got a disease that's this bad and nobody knows about it. It's crushing a lot of people. Sad.
Friends and loved ones still coming to grips with what's happened to 66-year-old John Regan. A healthy and avid New Hampshire outdoorsman has spent the last month critically ill in a Boston hospital.
When he first went into the emergency room, he was sitting up and talking to me, and the next day we went to see him, and it was like nonverbal. Muscles wouldn't move right.
Tom Wright is Regan's longtime friend and hunting buddy, who's still shocked how quick his health turned after he told him he was bit by a tick while walking his dog in Pembroke.
They finally end up coming back with the Powassan virus.
Powassan virus is a rare but increasingly found tick-borne disease. The CDC has reported 7 cases in 2026, most found in the Northeast.
So unlike Lyme disease, where the tick has to be attached for generally, we say at least 36 hours. Here, you only need a tick to be attached to you for 15 minutes and you can become infected.
Dr. Rocky Coley, an infectious disease physician at Tufts Medical Center, says in some cases, Powassan can cause severe neurological problems.
There is no vaccine, unfortunately. There is no treatment. So the main focus is supportive care.
I walked across there, just decided my gun. I came back, I had them all over me.
Meantime, Regan's friends have been raising money for his family and medical bills.
All right, it is May 21st, 2026, and I'm in Southwest Missouri, and look at that.
What is that?
That looks like a tick box, right?
It does.
Yeah, y'all tell me, what the crud is that? Looks like a tick box.
This guy in the corner is cracking me up.
First thing first, I don't know who that lady is, but it kind of does look like it.
It looked like one of those rodent boxes that catches like the field mice or rats or something like that. I don't think, like, I don't even know exactly what a tick box looks like.
I mean, any random box in the middle of nowhere is quite suspicious. Don't you agree? Shh. Shut up! This box right here looks suspicious too. If this continues to happen, you know what's gonna happen. Because I don't know why people are not going up to these things and getting rid of them, but I don't blame them because we don't know what's in there. This is what people are saying. That doesn't mean that what we think is in there is in there. Maybe somebody was just delivering packages and a box fell off the truck. Shh. Shut up! This is ridiculous. Not just playing around, guys. Entertainment purposes only. You believe that lady? Talk about tick box. Come on, man. This is a box where they catch mice. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've seen any of these random, mysterious boxes in the middle of nowhere. Maybe it fell out the sky. Maybe it fell out of a truck. Maybe somebody dropped it because it was too heavy. Let me know what you think. I'm out.
Okay, so that's what I got for you guys. Just a couple clips there. You know, when you're out there hiking around, take precaution, I guess. I mean, especially if you're a meat eater. You don't want alpha-gal. You don't want Lyme disease. I mean, I remember, not everything is also Lyme disease too, just so you know, because it's kind of random. Like, my kid got a bite on her kneecap, and I didn't think anything of it. It just looks like a regular bite, maybe like a spider bite or something like that. Who knows? It's always like playing around in the grass. And then all of a sudden, the next day, it formed that bullseye ring around it. I'm like, oh shit, she might have Lyme disease. So like I rush her over there. We don't go into the mountains that often, like if ever. I think the last time she was up there, we went to like a stream, and that was like 6 years ago, something like that. I don't know. But just be careful out there. You don't want the Lyme disease unless Pfizer has a vaccine out already. You don't want alpha gal because I'm assuming a lot of people like to eat good juicy steak. And you don't want the other one. I forgot what it was called. But that dude's suffering. You don't want to suffer. So just take precautions. Be safe out there. I'm actually going to be up in the mountains tomorrow, so I'll be wearing a lot of long sleeve shit. Anyways, you guys have a good one. And like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks. Bye.